Hi everyone, this is Al the Psych, and I have a real quick video for you today for informational purposes only. Some of the information I've taken word for word, sometimes I've paraphrased, sometimes I've added my own 2 cents. And the name of my video is Messy House Triggering Anxiety, and I got the information from SciPost. Why is a messy house such an anxiety trigger, and what can you do about it? This is from May of 2024. Erica Penny. Okay, so many people experience stress and anxiety when they see that their house is messy. So why is this? Okay, well, the author reports that research indicates that when we're surrounded by distractions, our brains become a battleground for attention. So everything is competing for our attention and our focus. Okay, now, order helps reduce the competition for our attention and reduces mental load. Okay, kind of makes sense there. Now, of course, some people are better than others at ignoring distractions. Nevertheless, a messy home can lead to cognitive overload, which can impair memory, cognitive functioning, as mentioned earlier, and it can lead to stress and anxiety. So, a very important question was raised in the article: which came first? So for some, clutter is the source of anxiety and distress. For others, poor mental health is the source of disorganization and clutter. An interesting distinction there. So if you're anxious about the mess and clutter, what do you do about it? Well, one thing is to establish a routine. Okay, maybe, something small, 30 minutes a week, just doing some decluttering, getting rid of stuff that should be pitched. You kind of have to determine, okay, yes, this can be pitched, this can be saved, this is, I'm not sure yet, that sort of thing. And there are plenty of books about organizing, that can help. And, you've got your hampers for dirty clothes, inexpensive ways to add more shelving in closets, readily accessible bins for recyclables and bins for trash. Just there's a lot of ways to organize that makes it a lot easier to do once you've got it up and going. Now, if there's a lot of clutter, I think it's important to recognize that this may be a process. It's not going to be a one and done sort of scenario. You can start on certain areas of your home, and each week you move to, another section or another small area of the same room or whatever. Recognizing that, establishing some new organizing techniques will be important. And one more thing, I wouldn't strive for perfection, as you might see in some, magazines, but, find a nice, comfortable point of declutter that is not so stressful. At least, when you're starting out, your house doesn't have to look perfect. And that is it. Thanks.